So in this video, we're going to go through an example of using the black box agent directly on your desktop. It can be through the VS Code, but any other desktop app you have, either JetBrains, Xcode, any IDE that you're using. So you're going to have the black box agent directly through your desktop. So we're going to give it a task here. We're going to tell it, we're going to pick the Nano GPT context here, and we're going to tell it, I want you to improve the code implemented in train.py file. So now it's going to be looking into the code base, and it's going to specifically be inspecting the train.py, and the agent is going to be able to go through this task. What you can do is, while you're sending this task, you can initiate several ones simultaneously, so you don't need to be monitoring a single one. But here it's reading the Nano GPT. It's gonna go through this. So here it's checking what's inside the directory. So it's looking into the different files. We see what are the what it's looking currently at. Let me check what's in the current directory. And as mentioned, you can have several tasks running, so you don't need to be specifically waiting for one, and you'll get notified as soon as the task is done. So now it's going into the train.py. We can see here it found the right file. And now let me examine to better understand the architecture and identify the improvement opportunities. So it's going to be looking into making this improvement with the context of the other dependent files to it. So let me check this to understand how the configuration system works. And basically we're telling it to work on this specific file. Let me look at some config files to understand the typical configuration. And here, as you see, whenever you open different sessions, it's gonna open them part of the same. You can still change context, but it's gonna be still opening it within the same one. So here, we're gonna launch also another task. We're gonna tell it, explain to me what bench.py is supposed to be doing. Okay, so now it did the analysis on this task. It's making suggestions on improvements, and here are the key. So now it's starting to write the file. So we have train improved by, so we're going to look at it over here. This is the new change. So we have already the diff ready for this one. So it's going through the implementation, but this is the entire train.py improved. Enhanced data loading and memory management. So so this is an entirely new file that was generated based on this initial one. As you see, the initial was 300 lines, the new one is about 700, and it's basically doing some enhanced data loading and memory management. We're going to open the other one here, and this is now going through the other task, and we can keep opening as many tasks as we want. This is basically giving us now a recap of the bench.py, and we see the key components, what is measured, what's useful, typical output, and so on. So this is a task that was complete. This is doing some enhancement. Let me create the utils. So we're going to see here it's still making the work on these things. So this is a brief example, and we'll be able to show also some more example of using the black box agent on your entire desktop as well, not just on a single IDE. It will be able to have the entire desktop context and work on it.